Can go around. No problem. Oh my goodness. Are we live? We're live.
I think
Hi
so.
everybody.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi everybody. Well, this is weird because it's not my normal channel, so I'm like trying not to go into my old habits. Welcome to Ladies of D&D, where we're gonna play an awesome indie game called The Road That Rises. We're super excited to play, and I guess we should kind of go with introductions first, and then we'll go into talk a little bit about the game, and we'll kind of go over those rules a little bit more in depth as we continue to play. So kind of a learn as we go as well, a little bit. So it's really exciting. I've fallen in love with this game. I think I've read it like 6 times, the sheets, and it's because of sheer love, nothing more. I'm just in love with this game. So, if we want, let's see, I can start with myself to kind of help with introductions. My name is Hina, and I am a GM. I GM over on my channel, twitch.tv/GMHina, where I run 4 different campaigns. I have a problem. I recognize that. But I'm a forever GM who does it with pride. And I'm also working on other different things. You can check out my link tree, which I'm sure will be posted at some point, but feel free to check me out there. And yeah, I've been doing GMing for 3 years now, but I've lost track. So I just use that number over and over again without remembering the exact year anyway. But I can put it to who wants to go next, or I can pick somebody. How you guys want to do it? Roll a dice.
Perfect.
That's usually how I go. So
True
then,
tabletop
like the
fashion.
players are like, then everybody goes quiet, or so I don't have to be like, I'm the one that picked you. It's the dice's fault. All right, we're gonna go with Diana.
All right. Hi, friends. I'm Diana Restrepo. I am oh God, see, now I'm all nervous. I'm
You
an
got this.
actress. I'm a sword fighter. I do tabletop role-playing games. I do not GM, but I know a lot of people out there want me to GM. I know. Anyway, you
Me
can find me
included.
Yep, I know. You can find me mostly on the DAT Network, Norse Foundry Network. I've been on Ladies in D&D before, and Paizo. And yeah, that's about it. I am playing, my character's name is Nefeli, and you'll find out more about her.
Awesome. All right, should I roll it? Actually, no. We can just go around the L shape now. So I guess next would be Jack.
Cool. Hi, everybody. I'm Jack. I'm the creator and GM of the True RPG podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Jack_True, or you can find us on TikTok at the True RPG podcast on TikTok for clips and stuff. We just all getting started. We do a D&D thing so far, but we're going to change game systems in the new year sometime. My character I'll be playing is Alden Napwell III. He's a very stout, mustachioed, from a wealthy background character who's very prepared, overly prepared for this adventure.
Alrighty. And last but certainly not least, we have Mallory.
Hi, all. So my name is Mallory Mize. I am a co-founder of Homebrews and Homebodies. I'm a GM there as well as a player. I also am an artist for some different TTRPG spaces. I am the creator of Memory Lane, which is a TTRPG system that's being published in hopefully February of next year. We're working on it. I think that's all the interesting stuff I do. If you want to see any of it at all, you can find me anywhere that exists on the internet at Moxie Blue, MOXXIEBLUE. And today I'm playing Zion.
Nice. All right. With that's introductions done. So I guess let's talk about the game a little bit. So, as I said, I'm very much in love with this game. The game is called The Road That Rises. It's by the lovely Pixel, who is actually in the chat right now. So, and that makes me a little bit nervous and excited at the same time. I'm having a mix of emotions all at once.
No pressure. You got this.
No pressure. I got this. It's fine. And I just want to read the little blurb because I think it's perfect. The Road That Rises is a tabletop RPG. You and your friends play as characters who spend their lives on the road that rises, taking part in an often lifelong journey of adventure, intrigue, heartfelt losses, and hard-won victories. It's a very open system, so you can do whatever you want with it. It does not have a setting. It doesn't have anything else. It is strictly just like, in my mind, it reminds me kind of the journey, not the destination kind of feeling. So it all is about that wonderful growth and development that the characters go through as they make that journey. And I find that to be wonderful. It's one of my favorite things about tabletop games is that kind of feeling and growth of the characters. So using the system, it is a very simple system that uses a D4, a D6, a D8, a D10, and a D12 for stats. So you'll see we'll kind of do a little bit of math with some additional rules. I don't want to go too much in because, of course, if I do, then I'm giving you too much to start with. So we'll kind of go over things as they happen as well. But it's very simple. You don't even need a character sheet. You can simply write down your character name. You can write down a description. You can choose your stats. And you can really just go. It's very easy to make your character as fast as you need to, or to make it as in-depth as you want to. It's fantastic. I very much recommend this game. In fact, I'm probably going to run it more times on my own channel after this because I'm just in love with it so much. Did I mention I love this game? Anyhow. So the way we're going is I found when I read the PDF the first time, it's kind of reminded me of those like Ghibli films of adventure and self-discovery. So I kind of let that inspire this. And I guess I also somewhat introduced people to Ghibli by accident. You're welcome, by the way. That was exciting because Ghibli is one of those big inspirations for myself. There will be no visuals. I did not create any. We're kind of building the road as we go. We're kind of improvising it a little bit. But I do have an idea of where this road will take them. Of course, that might change depending on what the players choose to do, and we'll be using those stats. And of course, we'll describe those stats as they come up, so don't worry about that too much. You're along with us for the journey. We'll get there when we get there. Don't worry about it. We got it. All right. So, yeah. Also, if you have any channel points, thank you so much. You can actually redeem them to name a friend. A friend does not mean it's just a person. It can be a creature on the road that I just introduced, and you have named that creature on the road. Could be... What was the example? A frog. It could be anything. It could be a rock. I don't know.
Make Bean Dip show up on the road. Somebody do it.
Somebody redeem enough points so we can have Bean Dip in this stream. And then, of course, in every stream, we just are hoping for Bean Dip to return.
Always.
I love that. So feel free to use those points and, create some cool names for us, of course. That'll be fun. But I guess, are you guys ready to start?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, gosh. All right, here we go. So how we begin is you all are currently within a small town prepping for the end of year festival. There are strings of lights hanging that are lit not with electricity, but with magic. Everything here uses the power of elementals that exist within this world. It is a partnership between them and the mortals, I want to say, because there are many different lineages here. So as you are kind of looking around and seeing everybody move quickly and get everything ready, you can see, cafes are putting out decorations that have brightly colored flowers or stars. You can see beautiful tapestries being hung from long strings going down towards a massive fountain that is currently off. They're going to turn it on for the actual festival. You can see people just kind of talking amongst themselves, saying, no, not there, put that there. No, not there. Why would you put that there? And they're just kind of arguing, but it's more of an excitement than a frustration or an anger. But the biggest thing you can hear, of course, is that people are a little bit disheartened that the clouds haven't passed yet, because one of the biggest parts of enjoying the end of the year is to see the stars and the full moon that happens. So they're hoping, they're wishing for that possible clear sky in the night, but they're not going to let it dampen their spirits. They're going to still enjoy the evening as they can. You all are currently probably in the main square area of this town, just kind of seeing all this happen. And you can hear, there seems to be a fortune teller that is along one of the walls that has a group of people around them. And they're telling a story, which is kind of unlike, it doesn't seem quite right for a fortune teller to just be telling a story like they are. So you can hear that kind of from the distance, and of course the hustle and bustle, but you hear a few keywords. You hear the keywords magic, crystal, wishes, stars. Those are the words you hear. Because you're a little bit further away. What would you like to do?
Was that towards
That's
anyone? Sorry.
They're
magic wishes, crystal, stars, right?
Magic, crystal, wishes, stars. Yes. You can hear it because it is being kind of spoken loudly to a group of people. So they're speaking loudly, but you are a little bit further away, so you don't catch every single word.
My character would be hanging up the flowers because she's a florist. So she would be helping with the flowers. And if she's about to put one last one on, and then she hears like wishes, and she's just like, what? And then
could
she
you
like
just-
looks around to see if anyone else heard the same thing.
I love that. Can you actually describe Zion for us?
Sounds mine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Nefeli.
No,
I
no
have
worries.
my notes mixed up.
It's okay. It's because we're twins. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting to that part too because it was really wild. That is a wild thing. That's, you know what? I'm going to use that excuse. Thank you for that excuse. You guys gave me an out and I'm going to take it.
and by the way, I am not cheating. Both of you in chat, stop it. You're calling me out.
Who dares?
Jared and John. Okay. Anyway, she's
Not in my
Right.
dojo. Sorry.
what? Oh my god, you guys. Okay. Anyway, she has white long hair. She looks. I kind of based her off of Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. So kind of spacey, but kind of just innocent. Loves flowers. So like, again, white long hair. She has like a peasanty looking white shirt, and then has like a green vest that has like elaborate green vines all over it, and then like flowers embroidering on the edges. She has these brown leather pants that have a whole bunch of like different pockets for like gardening tools and florist tools, and like random flowers sticking out here and there. And she's just and then she has a little like butterfly that's like her little companion that kind of just stays in her hair most of the time, and then all of a sudden it'll just fly and just kind of it'll talk to her and it'll go back to her hair.
I love that so much. So
So
yeah,
yeah.
your ears have perked at the sound of those key words.
Yes.
You are intrigued. Which was the word that got your interest? I'm sorry.
Wishes.
And I think if you're putting up flowers into like a flower basket, you're probably on some sort of ladder, which means it's probably something from Alton's bag, because he has an extendable ladder that he pulls out of his giant bag, and he's holding it so that you can climb up there. And getting quite impatient. I don't suppose you'll be done anytime soon. I've only prepped once. I need to prep at least 3 times before we go anywhere. And if we're talking about wishes, I suppose more prep time would be mine right now.
Oh, okay, I'm almost done. Do you want to hear what they were talking about? Because I'm very curious.
I suppose, but first, could you please just step down the ladder so I can close them, put it in
Okay.
my bag so it's safe, so nobody takes it or it's not left in the
Sure.
open.
Yeah, of course, Alton. I'm so sorry.
And then she just steps down really like carefully, like not to ruin the ladder.
Oh, no,
Thank you.
I'm hosting a party of sweet beans. Oh gosh. Alton, would
Mallory,
you
you gotta
describe
be
your
in that
character
one.
for me?
So Alton is maybe 4 feet tall, a little bit taller. He's very, very reminiscent of a hobbit, but that same sort of clothes, like a little waistcoat and a cape to keep warm, on with the best clothes, the best gear. He's got a huge backpack, it's bigger than him, because he has to keep all the best things in there. He's from a rich background, and his family is extremely supportive of his explorer's lifestyle, because he's from a family of map makers. He's mapped well the third. His family is the creators of most of the maps in the region.
Wow.
And it's his job to explore and make more, to sell only the latest and newest maps. So he has all the best equipment, but the problem being that it'll take him forever to find anything in the huge bag. So yeah, that's Alton, and right now he's probably doing his best to re-close the ladder. Probably
want some help,
skidding
Alton?
around. Oh, I would appreciate it, but no need.
Sure.
No, I'm almost there.
Okay, I'll hold this end, and you can do what you need to do.
Okay. Yeah, pushes it until it's closed, and then he slides it into his bag. You see the top of the ladder sticking out of the bag behind his head. And he
Did you
pulls
want
the
me to
backpack on.
carry it for you? I'm slightly taller than you.
Oh no, I'm quite all right. You see, there's things in the bag that make it easy to carry the bag. It's only designed for my shoulders, perfectly designed.
That's
So
yeah.
you said something about wishes?
I heard wishes, and I heard stars. I mean, there's that person over there. I've never seen that person before. I'm quite intrigued about what she's doing.
well, we perhaps get Zion and tell about this, because I'm sure Zion's always been interested in wishes just as much as us, and crystals. Crystals are all useful. And
Oh,
stars
you
are-
heard crystals too? I'd love to see a crystal in real life. I've never seen one before. Zion!
And she like just calls for Zion
Love
all
that.
over the place. Zion!
Where is Zion currently?
Zion, when she heard the word magic, I think she probably went that way. And then when she heard crystal, she was like, "Oh no, this really is where I'm supposed to be. Hold on." And
Hold
she
the
just like
phone.
ran in that direction with the complete disregard of literally anything else. She was like probably in the middle of helping set things up and just dropped everything.
Oh,
So you see like this massive flower is just on the ground that's just been left, like the bag is like splayed out and all the flowers kind of made like this nice little like splash out of different colors, and then you like look where that is and you look over and you see Zion already on
Yep,
the way.
already
Can you
gone.
describe Zion for me, please?
Yeah, so Zion is a little bit on the shorter side, not quite as short as Alton is, but like smaller. And she works as a seamstress, but what she actually does is other people design all the patterns and things, and she just sews everything because everything she's designed has been called a bit too much by everybody. But that's what she wears instead. So like she wears her own designs. And right now she's just got on like this very pretty navy blue dress. But she's got like a little mini cape over it that's made of beautiful blue fabric that she's sewn together, and she's made a matching bow for her hair. And she's just got like little brown boots on, and she just has hightailed it. And she's got very long white hair, like all the longest white hair.
Unintentional matching is happening.
Unintentional matching.
Right?
Unintentional twinning has occurred.
Right?
We didn't mean
Yeah.
to do this, but yeah,
No.
she-
I saw
Very
the surprise when this happened. It was fantastic. Being on the inside going, oh no, secrets. Also, I love all of your characters and I'm adopting them right now. Sorry. Anyway, moving on.
Aw.
So
for it.
you have moved closer to this area. There is a larger crowd in here. So I think I might have to have you roll to kind of see if you can get close enough to
Okay.
it. What stat do you think you might be able to use to get closer to kind of break through the crowd and get in there? What do you think you might be able to do?
Can I just try to be really cute and sweet and just go, "Excuse me, please excuse me. I'm very
I
small.
love
I'd
that.
like to get to the front."
Yeah,
'Cause
that would be
is
charm. Yeah.
much better than most of my other stuff.
Absolutely. So when we're kind of describing these different stats, just so I can kind of peek in here and give a little bit of feedback, there is valor, which is bravery, grace, which is elegance and body movement, reason, which is your ability to kind of think and understand and make judgments, charm, which is your charm. That one's pretty self-explanatory. And heart, of course, which is the most open one, which is basically who you are and, you know, how you feel and bringing those emotions forward. So you have chosen charm. Which what dice have you picked for that
For
one?
me, that's a D8.
Okay, and what have you rolled?
I rolled a 7.
7. So it wasn't a high roll. I probably I
No.
would say that was a 6. I should have told you the test number. I think I'm supposed to tell you the test number, but I
Oh.
forgot to
That's
because I'm used to D&D rules. My bad. So I put it at a 6. So you got it, no
Oh, sweet.
problem. So you see these people like, oh, and they start to kind of scooch out of your way. Like one puts their arms like, please, after you. So you have thoroughly charmed this little crowd.
See, that's all she has to do. You just act cute. You can get pretty much anywhere that you need.
That's fair enough. And as you get closer, you can, of course, hear the story more clearly. And you hear this. It's not an older woman. It's actually this almost like a siren song of a voice, very clean and beautiful sounding melodic voice that says, "And so if you continue down the road through the horrid forest, you shall find a beautiful crystal fountain. And should you make your wish upon it, the stars that shoot above will make it so, and the waters will flow." And everybody's just kind of like talking amongst themselves, like, "I've never seen a crystal fountain before. Like, how would that even work? Like, nobody's like, this isn't a natural thing. Is it a natural thing? Did somebody build it? What is the deal with this fountain?" So they've started like this kind of commotion that's kind of happening all around. Some people are now dissipating, of course, because the story has ended and they're kind of moving on their way.
I'm gonna take whatever path looks clear to get out of the crowd now. And I'm immediately gonna run to go find Nepheli and Alton and be like, "Look, there's a crystal fountain. We gotta find it. We just gotta find it.
I'm picking up all your flowers, by the way. She's just busy putting them back in your basket.
I'm sorry, what? What?
A crystal fountain." And I'll get on the ground and start picking up flowers. "I'm sorry I ran away in such a hurry, but there was a fountain and there was crystals and there was magic, and like I really like crystals and I really like magic, so I had to go listen about it. But there's a crystal fountain, and if you wish and you see like a shooting star in it or something, your wish comes true, and we gotta go find it."
A shooting star in a fountain?
Yeah.
Whoa, Alton! Have you heard of a shooting star in a fountain?
Only now that you've said it, I'm still almost balanced. I've been tottering back and forth.
I can help you, Alton.
Almost there.
Okay.
Just hold the sides. Hold the sides.
Okay, I'm holding.
And there, nice. And that, the gyroscope should have settled now. I should be able to walk fine.
So, do you know where to go, Zion?
I don't think I listened that far.
Oh.
You
Was
didn't
there
catch that part of the story.
Any places in particular mentioned, or?
No, she just said something about a crystal fountain. Maybe I can find her again. And
She
I'm
hasn't
gonna...
left.
Okay, cool.
She's still there. She's still there.
We'll come to her. We'll come to her.
Okay, cool.
But here,
I love that. Maybe we can catch her. She has not left. She's still there.
Cool.
Everything's fine.
Zion,
I'm not even
take
gonna
your
make it work.
Oh yeah. Sorry. And I'll grab the basket of flowers. And just like as we go, instead of hanging any of them up, I'm just gonna start giving them out to people and be like, "Here, have a flower. Here, have a flower. Here, have a flower."
I love that so much. Oh my god. Okay, so as you are passing out flowers, as you are heading back to this fortune teller, you can now see, because everybody's dissipated now, and now you can actually kind of see the figure more clearly. You see this very pale skinned woman. She actually has like the hair looks white, kind of like the two of you, but then as it is in different lighting, it's almost opalescent in its
Ooh.
shifting hues.
Is everybody in this world white-haired?
Sorry.
No,
we
this
didn't
is
mean
not
it.
it's not white hair, it's opalescent. See, I got you there.
Opalescent.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. I'm cheating. No, I'm kidding.
Opalescent blonde.
I wrote it before I knew character descriptions. I'm sorry. All right. So she is wearing a lot of this is like you don't see it until you see her in a better lighting or at a certain angle. Like the cloak she's wearing is very black, but as you kind of move, you can see iridescent stars kind of on the different parts of the cloak. And now you can see beads that kind of shine in the light, almost looking glittering like gold, that can again turn into that kind of clear, so you can't see it unless that light returns to it. And you see her just kind of look up towards you, and she just bows her head towards you. Can I help you?
Hi. I was just over here like, in the crowd, and I listened to your story, but I kind of missed what direction I'm supposed to go in.
You hope to seek out the fountain.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Normally, people just take it as a children's story and then move about their days.
Oh, so is this not a real story?
Oh, no, it's very true.
Oh,
But I've never had anybody actually want to go for it. This is exciting.
Can the three of us go for you?
Of course. You don't have to do it for me. You should make the adventure for yourselves, of course. In fact, I think that if someone different was able to see the fountain, that would just bring me joy in general.
Okay, so what direction do I go in?
Right, of course. My apologies. So, and she just kind of turns towards the entrance of town. If you head out this way towards the edge of town, you'll see a road. This is a normal road that everyone takes. The only guidelines I can grant you so that you can find it on your own is that you must find the roads that aren't what they seem.
So are they protected by magic?
Some yes. Some are just deceptive in their appearance.
How would we know if it's deceptive or a road?
The wonderful thing about this fountain is if you're supposed to find it, you'll know.
Okay.
It will help guide you there as well.
Okay.
This seems problematic if I want to make a map of the area.
Oh, you shouldn't. Please don't make a map of the Crystal Fountain. It is to remain secret.
You see, I'm sure lots of people would like to go after we've come back with whatever wish or shooting star we've received. I'm sure lots of other people would also like to receive a wish or a shooting star. So it would be very useful to have a map, and people would spend quite a lot of money on the map.
And
So
you
that's
see
my
her.
business.
You see her brow kind of furrow a little bit as you say money, and she says, that is quite disheartening. While they may pay you for that map, they'll soon find that not all of them can make the journey. As I said, the fountain chooses who can see it.
So it's dangerous?
It might be dangerous to have people pay for a map that leads to nowhere.
Yes, we pride ourselves on having maps that usually lead to somewhere, or generally convey an area. But I suppose we can monetize it in some other way.
Why don't you make a map of our journey, like what we see on the road?
Yes, but how would I sell it? Who would buy it?
We can figure that out sometime when we come back. We don't have to worry about that right now. We have to make sure it's really real.
Right.
I whisper
First of all,
that so she can't hear me.
She won't suspect a thing. Okay, so she just kind of is watching you all. She's not intently listening for any sort of deception. She's just told you what she knows about the story. Unless you have any other questions for her.
Okay, so we go that way, right?
As long as you follow the main road. Yes.
Okay,
If
so
the
that's
fountain
cool.
will want to show you, you will find it.
All right. Well, thanks for all your help, and it was a really cool story.
Oh,
I'm glad I got to get to the front so I could hear it all, because
many thanks. She just bows her head towards you again. Do take care.
You too. Here, have a flower.
She'll reach out and take the flower, and she'll just kind of hold it towards her heart, and she'll just kind of bow her head one more time. Stay safe on the road.
And what is your name?
My name is Mira.
Thank you, Mira. And she just like kind of bows.
She bows again, and as you turn away, she just kind of moves back to her little stand and starts to put it away.
She was really pretty.
She was really pretty. I like her hair. How do you think
too.
it shines like that, like with the different colors?
I don't know.
What kind of
We should
products
do
do
that
you
to
use?
our white hair.
That's the question I should have asked. Was what
Right.
products? did you use?
What hair dye do you use? Tell me your secrets.
Opportunity.
Writing it down. Magic hair dye. That's your wish.
I think I've got some magic hair dye in my
Yep.
bag. You just have to give me a moment.
That's
I'll
my
look in my bag. I might have some magic hair dye right at the bottom.
God, we have to protect Alton at all costs.
Yes, we do.
I don't care what happens to Zion. I cannot let this little man get hurt.
All right. What would you like to do?
Well, do we need anything?
I mean, I think Alton has literally
All
everything
of
we could
it.
ever need. So,
And more.
This-
and more. Yes.
It's quite heavy.
Do you want us to take turns carrying your bag?
Oh no, it's quite all right. Like I said, the gyroscopes will keep it on. Passing it around will just make things very, 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 very slow.
Okay, well,
Okay.
if you need help or you think you're gonna fall or something, just like give a shout, you know?
Or we could find a wagon or a cart and we can push Alton on it or your bag.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd be willing to pay for a cart. I haven't got one in my bag.
I would say if you all have been adventuring for a while, you might even have a cart at this point. That's okay.
I think we've got all the pieces required to make a bicycle.
We can make bikes. Let's do it. But I think if you guys have been adventuring for a while together, I think that you would be able to say that you had a cart. So no problem on that one if you wanted
Yeah.
to use a cart.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So, do you all head on your way down the road?
Yes, we,
Let's
get
go.
Yeah, we
cool.
start. Mm-hmm.
I said the name 3 times, I think. Oh, you have lost count. Aha, the road. I'm sorry. So, as you are heading out of town, you can hear the cheers and the laughter as the music begins. The party has begun, but the clouds still have not parted as you make your way out. And you begin to follow the normal road, the road you actually probably came in on. It is a normal cobblestone road, nothing to write home about. It's on every map. It's the only road into this little village. And eventually you come upon this area that just kind of feels a little odd. Almost as though you're feeling like somebody is trying to stop you from continuing forward.
Do you guys feel that strange feeling?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna elect to ignore it though.
It's the spirit of adventure, I'm sure. It will dissipate as soon as we get into the rhythm of things.
Oh,
We've not felt
Alton,
anything like it before.
you still feel that, but then you actually physically feel something tug at the back of your shirt, or actually at your bag because you have a giant bag. So you feel something tug just gently, not to pull you down, just a little tug.
Who's trying to steal from my bag?
As you turn to find the culprit, you see a strange little creature. It seems to be wearing a dress made of leaves.
Ooh.
As it's just kind of standing there. The hair is you just notice the hair is made of leaves. The skin is made of leaves. It's like this entirely made of leaves, this creature is, but almost looks like a paper doll in the same sense. Just kind of stares up at you and then lets go, just like, uh-oh. Let's go.
I saw you. Small thief. Who are you?
Just looks towards you. Crooks its head a little bit, like,
Alton sort of alerts the the group
okay.
if they haven't noticed yet.
Is it tiny? Is it
It
big?
is very small because it is probably as like if Alton's bag, I imagine it being like the giant like fantasy style backpacks with all the pockets and the maps on tops and all that stuff. If there was a pocket in the front, like at the bottom of the pocket, that's where the hand was pulling at it. So it was like it's very small.
I'm immediately gonna sit on the
I was
gonna
gonna do that too.
Yes.
I hate you. I don't really hate you, but I was gonna
Rude!
do that too.
How dare you be cute? I want to be cute for once.
I was gonna kneel as well. Yep.
Yeah, I'm immediately gonna sit on the ground. Please feel free to sit with me.
I will.
And I'm just gonna say, hi, I'm Zion, and I would like to know your name, and also why are you pulling on my friend's bag?
You hear in your mind just the slightest little voice. Barleygold. My
Well,
name's
hi.
Barleygold.
Hi, Barleygold. It's very nice to meet you.
They just nod a little bit.
Just so you know, Barleygold, I'm going to call the authorities as soon as I find the method.
It
of
looks like he wants to
communication
run.
that's
He's
happened to my
like,
bag.
the little
No,
creature's like,
no,
oh
no,
god,
no,
what do I do?
Wait. I grab a flower. I'm like,
Do you want a flower?
I look towards you. Go ahead and roll charm for me on this one. So whatever your dice that you picked for that,
okay.
you're gonna roll that. And I'm gonna say this won't be hard because you've already been really nice. So I'm gonna say this is probably a 4.
I rolled a 9.
Nice, so easy enough. It feels like when its eyes meet yours, it almost looks like it's gonna cry tears of joy, like it's so happy that you said that, and it just holds out both of its hands.
And I
Just
just
like-
give it. And I kind of look at Alton like, don't scare it, kind of thing.
Alton has found a small cage with a carrier pigeon inside it.
Oh my gosh.
It's holding the flower, and it's just kind of
Highwayman
its little hands.
on the road. Not sure which road.
He's still
have a
waiting to the authorities.
Go, bird.
Go, bed, go.
In 3 to 6 months, you'll be sorry.
How many months? I'm sorry, I gotta write this down for future efforts.
3 to 6.
Oh, perfect.
Fantastic.
All right. So, you see the creature just kind of like just moving a little bit with this little flower. Like it's forgotten all about how scared it was, and it's just dancing with this little flower.
Do you say anything? Can you talk?
And then you hear in your mind, "Can like this."
Oh. Are you lost?
No. No.
Are you looking for friends?
Is that what I'm doing? That might be what I'm doing. Yes, I think that's what I'm doing.
Do you want to join us?
I don't think I meant to join. I was given a task. Yes, a task.
Oh, what's your task?
I need to point the way. That's all they said.
And I just kind of like get excited and I just like put my hands on Zaya, like, ooh, we gotta
Again,
go!
immediately. Oh God, what do I do with this little
No,
article?
you're
Oh,
fine.
sorry. I kind of pushed Zaya, like, oh no, I scared her, so your turn, go.
Okay. So you're supposed to point the way. Could you show me what way you're supposed to point?
Hmm. And then you see them just kind of move the flower that you've given them onto their head, and it kind of actually connects with something that grows from their head. And then you see the dress turns into the petals of the flower you granted. And then they point their hand out, and you see flower petals now making a road that veers off, that forks away into these strange woods.
That's beautiful. Wow. Thank you, little one. Sorry, Barley Gold.
You're welcome.
As
I hope you
cute
have
as this-
fun.
As cute as this creature is, are we sure we're not being lured into its den?
Well, I don't think it would leave beautiful flower petals, Alton.
That's why they get you.
Oh,
I think he'll be okay this time.
I
Off.
feel like Alton needs to roll something for me really quick. 'Cause there's a stat that's specifically for this. One sec while I remember what that's called.
Is it reason?
It's reason. Can you roll reason for me, Alton?
Cool. So all has a D8 reason. Because
Okay.
while you're adept at solving problems and puzzles, he often gets sidetracked and distracted and is easy to fool.
Right.
So not the highest, not the worst. What am I aiming for?
I'm gonna say, because you're very suspicious, I'm gonna say this is a 6.
2.
You're not 100% sure if you can really trust magical creatures that are leading you into a forest. As much as your friends are super happy to follow this cute little being, it's a little bit concerning.
Right. Well, in that case, and Alton pulls a winch rope from the back of his bag and ties it around a nearby tree, and clips it on, so that he has a rope around his waist, so that when heading along the path, he has 100 feet where he knows at least he's not going to get snatched.
I love that. Okay.
Within 100 feet, you're gonna have to. Fantastic. I love everything about this.
You see, as you start walking with this rope, now you feel more confident. The two of you watching Barley Gold, you see Barley Gold looking over and then just kind of jumps onto it and is just hanging off of it, just fun. It's just playing on it now. It's just having a good time, just playing on it now, like a little jungle gym kind of thing.
Before we start to head along the path, before inevitably we have to do something about this rope, I'm just gonna go to Barley Gold and go. I just wanted to say thank you, and also, if you do ever need a friend, you always have a friend in me. Okay.
and me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
And then
I reserve
Alton too,
judgment.
even though he's a
Alton
little
will warm
nervous.
Yep. Twin.
Yeah. Barley Gold.
Like friends.
Oh, it's like a tiny little seed, and they hold it up towards you.
Well, thank you very much.
You just nod. That's for you, since we're friends.
That's okay. We can share.
Okay,
Yeah, we can share.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Stay safe, okay?
We will do our very best.
Thank
you stay
you.
safe too, though. Okay.
Okay, I'll play on this rope for a little while.
Okay. I think that sounds lovely.
Yeah. And then they just give you thumbs up as you start walking on your way. I love this little
So are
character.
we still in the cart? Are we left?
Yeah, I think that you probably are getting back into the cart at this point. All right. And you start to follow.
Is your rope still attached to you on this
It
cart?
depends how far we've gone.
So
Slingshot
don't worry, I'll get you.
back.
I got you. I got you, fam. Don't worry about it. You're good. All right. So as you are rolling down on this path, as the cartwheels kind of kick up different petals, you notice that the petals are actually kind of dissipating in the sky as they're going up. Like they're not quite real. They're turning into just dust of like fairy dust almost.
Oh.
As they just are now gone. As you enter that forest, the path is no longer there. And then
Oh.
you see in front of you a very worn path that seems to have connected with the flower petals, but as you start to approach it, the flower petals start to also float away. And as you follow this road, there's a little while until finally you feel that, Alton, you're going at a good enough pace where probably feel the little as the rope now, you're out of space.
Well, I suppose this is the end of the adventure.
What? No.
Good game,
Alton.
everybody.
Unless I accidentally press this switch that will release the rope, I think I'll have to stop here.
I'm just gonna press the switch. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just gonna press.
Because I think Alton is very concerned about this. I feel like it's gonna be a move.
That's
Oh,
fine.
no.
So let's see. He's probably more thinking on. I'm not gonna have it be like a contested thing or anything like that because he's probably thinking like, "Yep, that's it. The adventure's over, guys." I'm gonna have this be. Let's make this a valor because you're being brave enough to like go. I don't care. We want to keep going. This is exciting. So make this a little, and it's not gonna be much. It's gonna be. I'm gonna say
Nice.
4.
Dice explode in this game, right?
They do.
Cool.
So if you-
good.
So if you roll the max on your dice, it does explode. That's when the road rises.
Oh, okay, sweet. It did explode, but I have a D4 in this, so I guess I'm fine. But I'll just see how high. That's a 7.
7,
Yeah.
easy enough. So you're just more excited. You just saw flower petals turn into fairy dust, and now he's like, "This is it. We're done." And you're like, "No,
Yeah,
we gotta
I'm gonna
keep going."
click the switch
Pop.
and go. Oh, and sometimes adventure is about risk taking and seeing
Every
what
time.
happens when we maybe aren't prepared. And so, as your friend, I am telling you that the adventure is not over, and that now Barley Gold gets to play with that rope, and we will get you new rope later.
Meanwhile, back at the beginning of it, yay, free rope. Sorry, go ahead.
I suppose then we should carry on because there's no time like the present to explore, and we're definitely exploring and in the present,
There you
as
go.
I always
Very
say.
proud of your adventurous spirit, Alton. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And as you begin to travel deeper and deeper into these spookier and spookier woods, we're going to take our break. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. We hope you're enjoying it so far. If you haven't gone and checked out the game, please go do that while we're on break. It's so good. It's so easy to read to. Just check it out. See how you like it. It's so good. Anywho, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We'll be right back. All right. Oh, hello. Are we live? We're back. We're back at it again. I like to say it on stream, back at it again at Krispy Kreme. That's what I always say. I don't know why. I just love that vine. All right. I'm just getting really bad lag, so it doesn't look like I'm back on my end.
Yeah,
No,
mine
you're
is very delayed as well.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. And all my Krispy Kreme and commentary got in. Fantastic. All right. So, if you're just coming in, hi, welcome. Also, I missed the raid message. Who raided us?
Oh,
The Space Jammer.
yes.
Thank you so much for the raid. We love
Hi,
you.
Raiders.
Ah, thank
Big heart for
you.
you.
Welcome.
Oh my god. So right now our heroes, I don't know if it's heroes, adventurers. I think you're heroes.
Alton
But
considers himself.
I don't know if you're saving the world right now. We're just going on a journey. So our adventurers are finding a magic crystal fountain by following a path that was not known because of a little tiny, I'm going to call them leaflets because I saw that in the chat and perfect. A little tiny leaflet that is named Barley Gold showed the way by distributing flower petals into a path. So you all are currently on the worn path within these woods. This wood is very dark and wild. So many of the plants are overgrown and kind of covering up any sort of light. It's very difficult to see. You have had to pull out your lanterns or at least turn them on so you can kind of see where you're going. But you can't really see too far ahead of you. So it is definitely not an ideal situation, especially when you can hear these growls and moans of the forest that almost make the forest itself feel like a beast that has eaten you alive.
I
Just
told you
a
this was a
scary
den.
kind of. He was right all along. It was a den. Haha, we fooled you all. No. But it feels like your greatest fear, unfortunately, has been realized. As it's just not getting any brighter in this area. The road is very dark. It's very quiet. The clouds up above are still there, so it's not helping any. There's no light that can come through. And as you are walking, you hear really silent sobs of a woman.
Hello?
As you call out, you hear a, then it stops.
Are you okay?
Roll a charm for me.
Okay. 7.
Oh, that's good. Oh God, I picked a 6. Okay. Oh. So, as you are calling out, you hear, "Who's there?"
We mean no harm. We're just adventurers, also known as heroes. Just trying to find a fountain. Are you in need of help? We bring no harm.
See now, because you can't see too far ahead of you, you see behind a tree that was kind of blocking your view a little bit. You see a small frame start to step out. You see a woman wearing a light blue dress. She has beautiful deep umber skin and locks that kind of go down to about mid-back. And the closer you observe her with your light from your lantern kind of gleaming, you can see now that there are like sequins on the dress to make it look like a dancer's costume. And actually, as you look at her shoes that appear damaged, she is a dancer. As she's just kind of looking towards you, and she just looks downward. I'm not proud of it. I veered off the road, and I crashed because I was asleep. She looks downward. Not my proudest moment. But I don't know where to go now. I'm very lost. I can't get out of these woods. And now I've lost something very important to me. She looks like she's about to start sobbing again.
Oh, no, it's okay. What did you lose?
I had a locket,
Oh,
and it fell off.
Can we help you find it? Was it around here?
I think so. My cot's not far from this area, so I'm sure it fell off around that area, but I couldn't trouble you.
Oh, we're on our way that way, right, guys?
And she looks at Zion and Alton.
Yes, of course. It's not a problem. We're just following along the path anyway, so if we can help, we would be glad to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have any spare lockets. I do have this metal detector. That I generally use for security purposes, but we could use it to search the forest floor in the dark.
Oh, that's actually very handy. She looks very confused. That fits in your bag.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that are in his bag.
You would be shocked at how much he can carry in that bag.
Just have to turn it on.
Oh,
The
whoa.
bag or the oh. I was confused
Alton!
if you was talking about the bag.
Do you think that's a good idea? What if we wake up like monsters and stuff in the forest?
You think there are
You're
monsters
right.
here? She looks very concerned now.
Sorry, I
Right.
mean, I don't know.
My, I hadn't thought
So-
about that possibility, but now
Okay, go ahead,
we-
turn it on. It's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Zion is really tough. She can take on them. She can take them on.
Yeah, I got
Uh,
this.
before I do, each of you should wear these ear defenders, just so that just
I
so
love
that
this.
it's not so loud for us.
I'm gonna look for moss and then start putting it in my ears, and I'm gonna give it to Zion and give it to our new
Yeah.
friend and put it in their ears too.
Oh, thank you. They're very confused now. Oh.
There's this black smoke streaming out of the top of it. Just a little metal.
I've never seen that much smoke from something before. Normally everything's run with elementals, so there's not smoke to be made.
You have to speak up. This is a portable one, so it's
Oh,
smaller
sorry,
than those.
you're right.
But I don't have any magic.
Oh. All right.
So is there a roll I should make to search around the area with the metal detector?
I think you won.
I think you've won my game, though.
I know, right?
I'm going to have it with, you know what? I'm going to say, since this is kind of like
Ugh.
some wild terrain, Grace makes sense to me because you have to kind of navigate around it to kind of like be able to use it. So I'm going to have you roll Grace, but it's not going to be that high. I'm going to say it's going to be a 5.
Okay, so I'm on a D4 with Grace.
Oh, so you have to explode then.
So I'm doing this while carrying a very large bag,
Yeah, that's why.
going
That
from
makes
side to
sense.
side. My ears are covered, so I haven't got much balance, and I rolled
Yeah.
a 1.
Oh.
Oh, so here's the thing. Go ahead and mark experience because I'm going to say that fails heroically almost a little bit. And here's what I'm going to have doing. One of the wonderful things I love about Pixel's game is that they state that they always encourage failing forward. And I 100% agree with
Oh.
failing forward. Failing forward is a good mechanic to keep making things more interesting. And it's not always your fail doesn't always feel like a failure. Sometimes it's just like a uh-oh, but then it turns out, oh, good, it turned out okay. So I feel like because it's a 1, I feel like failing heroically like kind of makes it a little bit, but like I'm gonna say kind of like it's like in a little between. I'm kind of making this up a little bit between like the fail heroically and succeed epically. It's kind of like the fail epically, but it's gonna be in your favor a little bit here. So as you are kind of like looking around with this metal detector, you are being so careful. Your bag actually catches on a branch and almost tears open. So you feel that and you immediately reflex to stop that. But as you fall backwards, and now you are kind of turtled on your back a little bit with this giant bag, you move your hands around and you finally feel something in the ground and you pick up a golden chain and you have the locket.
I found something. Can somebody?
Do you need help getting up?
Yes, I need help getting anywhere right now.
Yeah, I'll go try to help pull him up off.
I
the
just
ground.
realized
Bless
too,
his
as I'm
heart.
reading this, it kind of also fits with finding something important. So I kind of like pulled 3 things into one. Look at me go. All right. So you're gonna help him up?
Yeah.
Okay. It's easy enough, but I'm gonna say you probably also need to roll Grace because again,
Okay.
this is wild territory. I'm gonna say it's easier for you. I'm gonna put it at a 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 4. That'll work.
Yay! All right. So, with that 4, you're able, no problem, to help him up. As you kind of like step around this weird plant.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of brush Alton off. Are you okay? That fall looked like it hurt.
I've been better, but I'm absolutely fine. I'll find the medical kit somewhere in my bag, and I'll heal this cut, which is it's bleeding quite badly.
Yeah, that doesn't look great. How about you just stand here and I'll go through your bag, and then you don't need to take the backpack off, and we don't need to do the whole rebalance thing.
Yes, you both might need to search actually, because I think I need something quite quickly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna dig through his bag. That's
Okay.
hard.
It's very difficult to dig through his bag because he has like a system. I feel like he's that type that has a system in the bag. So once you're like, if you don't know the system, it's like, oh no, this is an organized mess. Because you're kind of like going through and trying to find this. Roll a reason for me.
Oh, okay. I have an actually good score in reason.
Okay, I'm gonna make this, since it's not your bag, I'm gonna make this a 8.
I got a 6.
Oh, okay. So there is an option that I want to also remind.
I
If
can
you-
succeed at a cost. I'll do
Yes,
it.
you can choose to succeed at a cost.
Yeah, I'll
you
do
just
it.
need to subtract it. So what was your dice at right now?
It's at a D10, so that takes me down to
So-
a 9.
Yeah, you
Okay.
still have the D10 that you roll,
Yep.
but your max number goes down to a 9. So if you explode on that, still it'll still work though, of course. But
Yep.
if you go down one more, you'll have to go down to a D8.
Mhm.
Okay, so you chose
got
to
it.
succeed on that one.
Yep.
So with that, it takes you. I'm gonna say it still takes you a little while because you have to navigate through this maze of infinite wonder of sorts, almost like a treasure trove of so many baubles and bins, and you're like, is this his lunchbox? Like, how does he actually like? There's nothing in there that's gross, is there? And it smells fine. And you're like, how is this magic? He says he doesn't have magic. What is this bag? As you're looking through, and finally you find a first aid kit where you can use it to assist him.
It's nothing but organization and careful preparation.
Mm.
Can make food last 6 months.
What's going on? I don't understand what you're saying. I have like an overflow of just moss everywhere.
I feel like the dancer also like followed your lead a little bit and was like putting that on, like they're
Yeah.
like, did we need this much? But they're going for it.
I'm just gonna take the locket out of Alton's hand and just swing it. You're good. You're good.
We found it.
Oh my heavens, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, and she'll move over and she'll cup her hands together, and as you kind of let the locket drop into her hands as she holds it close to her heart. This just means so much to me. Thank you. I thought I lost it forever. As you see tears falling from her face, just holding it dear to her heart, kind of
Oh, you're-
lost in the scenario.
You're very welcome, but really, this one was all Alton. I didn't do much at all, and I'm just gonna take stuff out of the med kit and start taking care of his head.
She just looks towards you, Alton, and she goes, "Thank you so much. I'm so thankful that I ran into you."
No problem. I'm feeling quite woozy. Was there always 3 of you? Did-
No.
Which one
but-
does the locket belong to?
Uh-oh.
I didn't find 3 lockets. I just found one.
Why don't you sit down on the ground, Alton, and I'll finish patching you up.
Yes. He takes the small stool that he has on the back of the bag.
You all said that you were trying to find a fountain. Is that right?
Yes, have you heard of the crystal fountain?
I haven't. I just, like I said, I fell asleep in my car, not my apartment, and I crashed. But perhaps I can grant you something that will help in thanks. And she'll just kind of step back from you a bit, and she'll begin to twirl. And as she does so, you see stars kind of start to line the outer of her
Ooh.
skirt. And then she actually turns almost into a form of a galaxy in her full shape and body. You can see a silhouette of her with just stars throughout her. And then she just starts to vanish, and the stars kind of follow and move into your lanterns. And now a nicer burst of light just comes from it. And now you can see more clearly. And in fact, one of the lights almost makes a direction for you to continue forward.
What? There's so much magic in this forest.
I
think
kind of
I
love
died.
it.
What?
You didn't die, Alton.
I think I
promise.
love it here, and I might have died. 2 moods.
No, let me just bandage you up really quickly. You just like you just hit your head really hard.
Mhm.
I promise you didn't die though.
I think the metal detector.
I'm
Hit me in the head.
99% sure you didn't die.
I'm
There's
gonna.
a white light and a pathway that seems to be going into the forest.
Oh.
Can you
no.
all see the pathway that goes into the forest?
Yes, that one is real. But if you do see another light and you feel the need to follow it, I'm gonna urge you to not do that.
Right. Should we move on?
Yeah,
Wait,
let's-
we need to patch you up first.
Yeah, let me finish with your head, and then we'll go. Okay, I promise
Shall we move
everything's
on?
gonna be great after I bandage your head up.
As you continue to remind him after
Right.
we fix this, we're gonna kind of like let a little fade into the next scene happen as you are now continuing down the path. The lantern is much brighter and it still continues to lead you in a way. And as it goes into this one specific area, you actually notice that on top of a rock nearby, you see a black cat just sitting there.
Ooh.
The black cat is just kind of peering towards you with these beautiful lavender eyes. As its tail just
Wow.
kind of gently swishes back and forth as it just looks towards your direction.
Hello.
But the forest that it's in front of appears to be very it's a lot worse. Like times the already scary forest by at least 10.
Oh, okay.
Um.
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go straight up to the cat and go, "Hello. I think you're very pretty, and I would like to be your friend."
Roll a charm for me really quick.
Oh God.
I love this.
Please know this is how I talk to every cat. I love
Friend?
that.
Friend. I mean, I gave you a leaflet and now I gave you a black cat. I didn't expect otherwise.
It's a 6.
Okay, that's good enough. The cat's not hard to please. As the cat just looks towards your direction, just gently and very gracefully hops down off the rock and then starts to rub against your legs.
I'm gonna sit on the ground and pick it up. Just be like,
Okay.
"Hi.
You hear that little "ma" as you pick it up. Like the voice doesn't match how like elegant this cat looks, of course. That's just "ma" as you pick it up.
I do not know if you know what way we're supposed to go next. But a woman with very pretty hair told us to follow a path, and you have very pretty eyes. And so I thought maybe you knew the next way on the path.
The cat just kind of stares towards you almost for too long with no response. And then you hear as its mouth opens, it doesn't move to the words, but you hear out of its mouth, "What do you seek?"
Those were real words. Didn't expect that. All right. We're looking for a fountain. It's a crystal fountain. It's supposed to grant wishes, and you're supposed to see a shooting star in it.
What wish would you ask for?
Oh, well, my wish is really easy. I want to wish that my friends get everything they want in life.
And for your friends? And the cat looks towards the other two.
Honestly, I just wish for happiness and new friends. Most people in town think I'm a little bit odd, so yeah. Do
And
you
then-
know the way?
Their eyes, just without answering just yet, move towards Alton. And you.
I would like to be very big. Like very, very big. Far
The
too
cat
big.
immediately jumps out of your arms, Zion, and walks over. I understand that completely.
Oh.
I always felt that I was not born in the correct body. That I was meant to be a panther.
Nefali, take the cat. I don't want it.
Oh,
Take the cat.
Okay. I pick up the cat.
I'm sorry, my friend got hit earlier, so he's not feeling good in the head, so he may not answer correctly to your questions, but Zion and myself can help you.
You would help me. I did not say that I needed help.
Oh, sorry.
I
meant,
do, but I did not say that to them.
I just look at Zion like this cat's yelling at me. Okay.
I love how you're like, this cat's mean, and I'm just talking in a normal tone.
We've helped everybody along the way, and I mean, now that we know you need help, we're more than happy to help. But we're on a sort of path anyway, so we're just helping who we can along the way.
You've helped everyone.
So far, we've only
Quite
found
considerably.
barley gold and oh goodness, I don't quite remember her name, but she was looking for a locket.
I don't think you caught her name.
Okay,
No,
cool,
we
good.
didn't
I
remember.
didn't think we did.
Nobody
either,
asked
but
her
I was
name,
like, that could have been me dissociating. I don't know.
No, we
I mean,
didn't- we
fair.
didn't.
100% fair. No, I would have reminded you. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't think you got the name.
But we found someone's locket, and then Alton fell. So we took a few extra minutes to get here because I needed to patch him up.
I see. Well, I definitely won't deny help. I'm looking for my friend.
Who's your friend?
They are deeper in the path, and the eyes move back down towards the road. But of course, it goes into the scariest parts of the wood.
What does your friend look like?
They're quite tall, which makes me quite jealous. Quite tall. They wear a lot of red and gold. Darker skin. I can't remember that much. I don't think I cared enough.
That's okay. It happens to all of us, but I'm sure we can find somebody that matches that description.
You would enter the woods with me.
Well, sure.
I
Well,
think
to be
so.
honest, I'm quite terrified. I heard there's a monster that lives deep within this area.
Oh.
That's okay.
Well, wait a minute. We must discuss terms here.
Well, hold on. I just saw that. Pause. 1 sec.
I have this picture book of monsters. If I go through the pages, could you stop at the one that it is, the monster that's in
Cat
the woods?
looks towards you. I don't know what it is. I just know that there's a monster in there. That's why I haven't gone in myself.
So it's not this one.
I wouldn't know.
The horns.
Possibly.
This one.
Maybe.
It's got more than one tail. This one's a tree beast.
Ooh, might be that one. Would make sense in a forest.
I'll make a note.
Alton, not everything in life is something you can prepare for.
Strong disagree.
Character development denied. I love that. Cat's just looking towards you. Even still, that I don't know. Will you go with me?
Sure. What is your name?
I go by Sweet.
Oh. Oh, sweet and sour or just sweet?
Just Sweet.
Hmm.
Almost like it's shutting you down, like it doesn't want to keep going.
Well, I think that is a wonderful name.
Thank you.
I think sour should be added too, but that's okay.
I'm not that bad. I don't think I'm bad.
No, you're
Well,
quite
he's
friendly.
just saying a little bit to himself, like I don't know what I've done, but all right. As he just jumps down again and starts walking down the path, and as he steps into that pathway, the between two trees that are standing, it looks back towards you and just waits for you.
Oh, okay. She just straightens herself out.
Oh, Zion's the first to follow through. She's like, yeah, sure. Sounds great. Foreboding forest? No big deal. Let's go. I'll walk in front.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, look at me. It's okay.
I've never fought a monster before, Zion.
It's okay. We can fight anything together.
Okay. Alton, are you ready?
I think I'm ready. And if it is the tree beast, Barkfoot, we just have to say 3 words in different languages and it'll scream and go away.
I assume you know those 3 words in 3 different languages?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So we're not that prepared.
Damn, I thought we all knew one word in different languages. It would have been perfect. All right.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay.
I would like everyone to do me a favor
Mhm.
and roll me valor.
Oh God.
I believe that's what it is for bravery.
Mm-hmm.
See how brave you are. I'm gonna put it at different levels for each of you. So for Zion, I'm gonna say that is a you're going in like pretty hard. I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
For Novelli, I'm gonna say since you were a little bit hesitant, I'm gonna give you a 6.
Oh, I rolled a 4.
Ah! And then Alton, I'm going to give you also a 6.
Alton on his D10 for Valor that rolled a 1.
Oh my god!
Well,
the
I rolled a
bravery is
2,
so-
so we all failed.
Oh.
So here's the thing. Again, you can always choose to succeed.
Yes,
or we can-
I'd like to choose to succeed.
I can't.
I think because
it's up
Alton's
to
very
you if you
determined.
want to.
I think that means Alton fell over at least once on the way into the woods.
No, that would be if I gave you grace to roll. No, but I understand. If you would like to use it, you can. Just remember that I don't always fail back. I like to fail forward. So just because you failed your roll doesn't mean I'm going to hold you back.
But I
No, it's up to
cannot. I can't choose to succeed because I have a D4.
Yeah, because you can't
I'm
go any
the
lower.
lowest I can go.
Yeah.
What? Okay, I can. How many choosing to succeed do we get in a session?
As long as you can move your points down, you can keep going as long as you want.
And does
Because
that
remember,
become? Sorry, go ahead.
because the minimum is a 4. So if what's your dice at right now?
D6.
A D6. So your maximum value right now is for a 6. If you chose to succeed right now, it would go down to a 5. You would still roll the D6 unless you chose to succeed again on that same dice. Then it would go, or that number would go down to a 4, and you would have to change to a D4.
And does that permanently stay at a D5?
No,
then?
if you gain 3 experience points, you'd be able to bump it. We're using kind of one-shot rules. Normally it's 5 experience, but because we're kind of doing a one-shot, I kind of lowered that amount so that you guys would be more likely to use the succeed if you wanted to. I didn't want to hinder that more because you were in a one-shot.
Okay.
So it's up to you if you want to.
Ugh, I kind of don't want to because it's up to 6.
You don't
yeah,
have to.
I'm not going to.
Okay, Alton, you're going to?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend mine to go down to a D8. Sorry,
Okay,
D9,
so
sorry.
you were at a D8 or D10?
I was at a D10. I'm going down to a 9.
Okay, so you're a 9. So
So
you
I'm-
still roll the
I'm good
D10 if
now,
you have to
yeah.
roll for Valor. Okay, perfect. All right. So, as you are all walking, I will say, Zion, you feel, as you told, Nepheli, don't worry, we got this. Every step you take, your legs get shakier and shakier. And you almost feel like maybe there might be earth tremors, and then you realize, maybe I'm actually not so okay with this after all. But you still feel inclined to move forward because and the same thing for Nepheli, you were already pretty adamant about this, and you hear every single noise now. You're hyper aware of your surroundings as you hear every growl, every moan, every shift, every leaf falling. Your brain's just going to these different areas. But again, you continue to move forward because as much as the fear is grabbing you, Alton surprisingly looks calm after a certain point.
If it helps, can I roll a heart check to give a rousing speech?
Absolutely, you can. What would your speech
the edge of
be?
the woods.
Well, we all know that woods are terrifying, and this is probably another den. But we made it through the last den, and there can't be anything worse than this one. We already know Barkfoot is in there, at least, and perhaps many more monsters. But with grit and determination, we'll get in there. We'll get our wish. And if you both die, I promise I'll use my wish to wish that you both come back to life. And that I'm very big.
Go ahead and roll heart for me, please.
Is there a number
And
in there for it?
for Zion and Nepheli, because I was just told by our lovely Pixel, I was informed that could also be losing something valuable, which is your nerve, because you were trying to be brave. So you gain 1 XP. So go ahead and mark just a little tally for that.
Thank you.
And Alton, I'm going to say
rolled-
that the test number was going to be I'm gonna say your speech was really good, so I'm gonna say a 4.
Cool. So I rolled an 8.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. So the words just come so naturally to you, Alton, and as you continue to talk, your voice steadies each word, and instead of feeling like just calm, your voice comes out as brave. And this is enough to encourage everyone to just finally continue to step forward. And with one final step forward, almost as if you were behind a curtain, stepping forward, the scenery around you begins to glow. Different hues of neon purple and blues and greens and violets and all of these different hues that kind of now lighten this area. The plant life around here is luminescent. And it wasn't so scary in the first place.
Wow.
Have you
Thank
ever
you,
seen plants
Alton.
like this before?
No, but I'm in love. Look at those flowers. They're glowing. Can I try to pick one?
Absolutely. As you pick one, little pups of orbs come off. And then you have the flower continues to glow in your hand.
Oh, that is so cool.
It's so pretty. I'm gonna put it in my pocket to keep it.
Okay. And as you are continuing, you hear actually an accordion being played from further away. It's not something that's scary. I'm trying not to make this scary again. You're not in a scary scene anymore. I'm sorry. I just have to make sure that's clear. Because sometimes accordion music in the forest, that doesn't sound like a normal thing. It sounds more like someone is camping and just playing a little tune to kind of pass the time. And as you look around, you see there is a campfire that is not too far from the path where you're on. And Sweet actually jumps down and starts running towards that area. And you hear a voice just so, Monsieur Sweetums, you've returned.
Your full name is Monsieur Sweetums?
No, it's not. He turns towards you. Don't tell. No. I am strong and tough, and I don't have such a heart. And then he gets picked up, and you're like, oh, that's nice. You hear him just purr in the character's hand. You see this tall figure just kind of holding this black cat now closely. They have just locks that kind of just come back, and they're tied up into a red ribbon. They look like a bard, very stereotypical bard, as they have a nice red coat with different stars of golds, different hues of golds, like rose gold and copper gold and all these different golds that are kind of just shimmering and shining with the firelight. He's just holding them close. He's like, oh, I missed you so much, Monsieur Sweetums. Ah. And then he
Is this
stops.
the friend we were looking for, Sweet?
Sweet just goes, yes, this is my friend. I missed him so. And you see the gentleman just kind of look towards you and then bow his head towards you. That's, I didn't expect to see anyone else in this forest.
We are just on a small journey, nothing big. But we ran into Sweet, and he was looking for you, and just wanted some company.
Oh. I suppose that means the fountain has chosen you then, yes?
I mean, I heard I just heard a story about a fountain, and we were like, oh, that sounds cool. So we kind of just have been looking for it. I don't know if chosen is a word I
That's-
had considered.
That's my job, along with Monsieur Sweetums.
Oh, are you
Me-
the protector of the fountain?
More the story weaver of sorts. And they stand up and they bow again.
Oh,
So I helped craft the story to hopefully entice other adventurers to go on a journey, which was this one.
And what's your name? We've been.
yeah.
I suppose I've announced Monsieur Sweetums. I should announce myself. I apologize. He just looks a little bit embarrassed, almost like he drops the act for a moment and starts kind of like wiggling his hands together. My name is Tatum.
It's nice to meet you, Tatum. I'm Nefeli. These are my friends.
Yeah, I'm Scion. That's Alton.
I'm Alton, yes. I'm being very wary and quiet because we've been told There's a monster here.
Oh, that's part of the test.
Monster, yes.
go in?
We'll fight the monster.
No,
Part of
no,
the test.
no, there's no monster.
Oh.
Alton, the test was to see if we would come in, even if we thought there was.
Oh,
To see if you would
I
help a
understand.
friend.
I don't understand.
It's okay.
Sometimes,
You hit your head too hard.
sometimes it's not about your bravery and fighting. Sometimes it's just about how much you care for people, even if you don't think they can do anything for you. And that's what all the paths have been about. That's why we've had to help people every time.
So we get the reward without having to fight the monster because people do things because they just want to do things for us.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's just about being nice.
Okay, I understand. Can I get that in writing, please? Tatum?
I fear that, my friend, there is no such book or literature that will ever say that just straightforward like that. Better as words, I guarantee.
That's what they all say. And they never there when you come and ask for payment or credit.
Well, that's not always the case with everyone, but I do understand that there are some that would choose not to grant the simplest of things just because of their own greed or their own desires overlapping with that.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
why the tests exist, to hopefully weed out those that would use the wish for purposes that don't
So you're
befit
saying
that
that
fountain.
currently, in the current situation the way it is, nobody's monetizing the process.
Yes.
Alton, that does not mean you can monetize the process either.
Please don't. That would make me very upset.
Fine. I agree.
Very good. I would hope so. I heard your heartfelt speech a little bit ago. I didn't know that was you, though. I knew somebody had entered my forest. Wonderful job, by the way. Kudos. He
Oh,
smiles
is-
towards Yolton.
Thank you.
Is this your forest?
It is.
It's
I-
beautiful. All the glowing flowers in the trees. It makes me so happy because I love flowers.
Oh, well, many thanks. I've taken a very long time to grow all of this.
Oh, we were helping someone on the way here, and someone gifted Zion a seed pod. Do you know what perhaps that flower or tree is?
Do you have the seat?
Yeah. And I just pull it out of my little cape pocket.
He'll hold it out at his hand and he'll look at it. Oh, you met a leaflet.
Yeah, his name was Barleygold, and he was very sweet.
Well, leaflets have a wonderful way of connecting with their friends through seeds. And you'll see him start to walk back over towards the campfire, and then he'll find a little spot with some good soil and dig a little hole and place the seed in it, kind of cover over it. And then after a moment, you see pop, a little leaf come up, and then wiggle, 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 and you see, boop, there he is. Barleygold.
Oh my goodness! Hi,
Hi, friend.
hi,
Is he
friend.
holding the rope? Is he
No, he's
holding
not
the
holding
rope?
the rope.
I believe you have something of mine.
Oh!
What? I do? He says towards you as he looks over.
My rope.
Oh, it fell and I couldn't play on it anymore, so I left it.
It's a triple weave.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I, but my father said it was the best one at the shop.
Oh,
The rope shop that sells specifically ropes.
oh.
Just ropes.
What's a rope?
Just rope.
Dope ropes.
Dope ropes.
Dope rope.
Canonical now.
Alton, for your birthday, Zion and I can save up money and buy you the best dope rope ever.
Whatever color you want to.
Different sizes, so you
Yeah.
can go longer than 100 feet next time.
They're having a collector's sale. You can buy. You can get all 6.
It's very nice to see you, Barleygold. I didn't think I'd
Yes.
get to see my friend again so soon.
Oh, that's what the seed does.
Well, we didn't talk about what the seed did, so I didn't
Oh,
know.
I knew I forgot something. You look
That's
down.
okay. It's okay.
I
We all
forgot to-
do. We're just doing our best here. It's okay.
That's true. He just nods. Yeah. That's how we move.
Oh,
Okay.
do you have another seed to give us again in case we need you?
Yeah. He just goes back to his pocket and he'll pull it out, pull it back towards you. I can make one when it's used again.
Yeah. Well, I
Perfect.
promise I'll protect this one, and then that way, if we need you again, but now I know how to do it. I can play another round, and you'll be there.
What happens
Okay.
to the other you?
Then they look over towards Tatum, and Tatum just goes, "Don't think about it." And he goes,
Existential
I'm not
crisis.
supposed to think about it.
Okay, that's okay. Some things are better if you don't think about them.
Tatum thinks I'm gonna pop
Oh,
if I think about it.
okay. We don't want you to
Mhm.
pop.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, the seed might still work though if I pop. I haven't tried it yet though.
Well,
Okay.
let's just not do that one.
Okay. Does that mean you're almost to the fountain?
I don't know. Tatum, are we close to the fountain?
Tatum nods. It's just beyond those trees right over there. No point. The other leaflets can lead you there.
Perfect.
The
And then you
other
start to see
leaflets?
some of the moving, like some of the glowing plants actually start to move. And then
Ooh.
you see other little leaflets now made with these glowing flowers just kind of
Ooh.
like just looking at you through the trees. All like kind of curious.
Oh, I want to live in here one day. This is gorgeous. And there's lots of friends. No one to judge me.
That is true. But you would have to miss out on your friends here, unfortunately, to be able to live here.
Oh, you're right. I do
That would
love
be a
Zion
cost.
and Alton. Okay.
But you're more than welcome to visit at any time.
We'll come back and visit for sure.
Yes.
I can't guarantee the wish will the well will give you wishes every time you come.
No,
but
that's
you're still
fine.
more than welcome to visit if you like to make friends with our lovely leaflets. And they all kind of
Yes.
just start shaking a little bit, like all excitedly. Like they're not making noise; they're just shaking back and forth, like almost
Aw.
excitedly.
Okay. Shall we go see this fountain?
I think so.
I think so too. And promise whatever happens, with all we've been through, once we get to the fountain, still buy me the rope for my birthday.
Yes. We can pinky swear.
I promise I will buy you all the rope for your birthday.
Pinky. Good job.
Your beautiful pinky swear moment for a rope.
Triple thread rope. What was it?
Triple
rated.
thread rope.
Triple thread, yes.
Oh, there
From
you go.
Dope Rope.
But
It's the best
from
you
stealing
can
dope
do,
that.
rope.
rope.
But longer than 100 feet.
It's gotta be better than the last one. That's the problem. It's gotta be better.
Mhm.
Gotta be worth the loss. Anyway. As you start to walk down the road, you notice now these little leaflets kind of line the trail, making almost like a lit pathway. Some of them are just kind of falling behind you. Of course, they're not very graceful, as some of them just kind of fall on their faces a little bit as you're kind of moving on this cart. But they get
Oh.
back up and they're doing fine. It's more of like a cute little thing that they're doing. They're just like really excited that somebody's gonna go get to see the fountain as they follow
Wow.
you. But then there's a certain point where they stop, and then they pull back curtain of vines, and you see with a silhouette of light just kind of spotlighting this area, you see a large crystal with a basin around it made entirely of the same crystal material. So it's all just this giant crystal that's kind of formed into a strange fountain shape. It doesn't look like there should be any way for water to come out of it, so you're not 100% sure how it would work. But it glistens in the light, even though there's not much light to have. As you look up and through the trees, you can still see the clouds are still blocking the sky.
Hmm.
You also see that there is no water currently within the basin as you kind of approach. Nothing is kind of coming from it at all.
Well, I feel like we need to move the clouds. We need to separate the clouds for it to glow on top of the fountain.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure a fountain is supposed to have water, but there's none in here.
Alton, did you bring your jugs of water?
Of course, but
All 50 of them.
I have a feeling that perhaps it's something to do with the crystal or the star.
Oh, do you have star charts, star maps?
Hundreds.
Oh, that's way too many. What about in this galaxy?
One.
Cool. There we are. All right. So you pull out a star chart.
Wow.
Is
For
that
many different
helpful?
constellations. Well, you find many different constellations, but of course, because the clouds are blocking your way, you can't really tell where you are. I mean, it takes you a little bit of time, and you find your space, and then you actually see one of the constellations as you're kind of looking at it alongside the map is of a dancing woman.
Well,
One of these constellations is of a dancing woman who I think we met her, but we didn't learn her name.
does it
So-
say on your chart?
Does it say on my chart?
It does in small, very neat writing, as you do. It says Asteria.
Ooh.
It says Asteria.
Asteria. Okay.
It's a very
Maybe
pretty
try
name.
try shouting. Asteria.
Asteria!
As you sit there waiting for a moment, you don't really see anything happen.
Well,
Those little leaflets are just kind of like peeking through, watching, see what's happening.
Oh.
Any ideas?
I don't know.
Can we look around the forest? Like look around.
Around this area?
Yeah, just to see what's around. If there's running water, like a river, or I don't know, just anything.
Yeah, absolutely. As you were kind of moving around and just kind of like trying to find any sort of clues that might assist you in
Mhm.
this, you can see that on the ground there is a small path that kind of circles that is made with footprints. So you can actually see like the positioning of the feet. It looks like somebody danced around this fountain. That's really the only thing you can see in this area.
Maybe we
Or
have
running
to
water.
dance around the fountain.
Maybe if we follow the same path she took.
Mm-hmm. Should we try it?
It's worth a shot. Hey, Alton, do you know how to dance?
Did you bring your
roll?
boombox?
I only brought my Walkman.
Silent disco time. Only I can hear the music. It's fine.
Can I roll my D4
Grace, is that
grace to see if I know how to dance?
Absolutely, you can. Go for it. See if you can dance.
You can dance if you wanna.
Roll a 2.
Oh.
That's not too bad. I'm gonna say it's not like a super fail or anything like that. It's more as you're stepping. It's hard to read the actual like steps she's taking. So the dance doesn't quite look like a proper dance. It looks like you're just hopping a little bit because you're trying to match the footprints. And you're like, which way would they go if they were this? Okay, this way. No, okay, this. Okay. You're trying your best.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Maybe I should take off my bag.
Yes.
Try again.
I think that would definitely help.
Unless one of you wants to try.
Okay. Zion, do you want to dance with me?
Sure, we can try.
Both
So,
of
yeah.
you should roll me a grace roll.
I barely am better than Alton and Grace. This is not gonna go well.
I love this.
7. Ooh, that's a good roll.
I got a 10. I exploded.
Whoa.
So the two of you begin to follow the path as best you can, and it starts to like make sense in your brains as you kind of are dancing. And then you can hear in your head, music is playing just gently, and it's starting to build as you continue to dance and find the rhythm. And as you slow down, like you're like, is somebody playing music? It starts to go quieter, and you realize your dancing is what's keeping it going. So as you continue to dance, it gets louder, and the crystal in the center of the fountain, you see a small orb of light begin to glow.
It's
think-
working.
I think we're doing it right.
Keep going.
It just, as you keep dancing, it's staying at that same volume, and it's staying at that same amount of light. So it doesn't feel like enough.
Yeah,
Oh
I-
no.
Alton, I think you have to dance with us.
Alton starts breakdancing.
Oh my god! With the backpack off, it's like
Backpack off. As soon as
Oh.
backpack is off, Alton can do whatever Alton wants to do.
yeah, heck yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So I'm gonna just say
Oh.
absolutely.
Extremely strong shoulders and neck.
You begin to dance, and like the little leaflets that are outside just start kind of like vibing with you guys a little bit. And they actually start running out and like they fall in the circle, like they're all dancing with you, and they're having a great time. The light grows brighter and brighter and brighter, and then water begins to come up from the bottom and fill the bottom of the fountain. And you see the clouds starting to fade, and you can see the dancing stars up above. You can see Asteria, the constellation.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes, we're doing it. Okay.
I think we make wishes now.
I don't
Maybe?
remember.
Leaflets like just kind of look excitedly towards you as they're looking towards the fountain, looking towards you, almost like what happens now?
Maybe one of us should make a wish first.
Alton, make your wish. Because if yours comes true, it's kind of evident quickly.
Okay. Do I have to do anything to the water or?
I don't think so. What I remember from the story is that you're just supposed to say your wish, and if you see a shooting star like in the fountain, that means your wish will come true.
Okay. I wish I was very, 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 very big. Like so big that people would see it go, oh God, no, he's too big. And they'd be scared and run away. Because then
Are
I
you
would
sh-
have
What?
the biggest bag. I'd be able to carry such a big bag if I was that big.
Alton, can we tweak it just a
Right.
tiny bit so you're not super scary?
Maybe we
Please?
give an
Not
actual
super
height.
scary.
Yeah.
Like
I just love how I didn't even have to be like, hold on a minute. You like immediately the other PCs are like, well, hold on a minute. I love
Because if you're too big, how will you fit in the cart and things like that?
And if you're too big, you're describing people to be scared of you. And we don't want people to be scared of you because, Alton, you're made of so much goodness inside. So you need to be friendly looking.
And you're one of our best friends, and we
Yes.
know you're great. So
Yes.
we want other people to know you're great. But if you're really big that you're scary, people might be too scared to come up to you and say hi and things like that.
Okay. In that case, I wish I was 5 feet tall instead of 4 feet tall.
I love
Okay.
that was the requirement. I expect you to say like 6 foot.
Yeah.
You're just like 5 feet's fine. I love that. Okay. So as you are making your wish, you feel a kind of glow within you. Like you feel very warm. And it almost feels like there is a change within you, but it's not visible just yet. But you do feel something. Something has happened. Something has shifted, but you don't notice anything.
Do you feel any different?
I feel warm and fuzzy.
Oh.
Am I bigger? Do I look
Mm.
big?
Mm-mm. No.
Oh,
Maybe it's
okay.
one of those things you just you gotta wait on, like a growth spurt will happen or something.
Mhm.
I'm sure, but it was my one wish, and it wasn't even the big wish. I didn't even wish for claws or lava breath or all the other things I really, really wanted to go along with being very big.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you know how to make things happen. Maybe we go back to town. You can try and make fire breath or something.
And we'll help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
As you both are talking with Alton, who looks a little disheartened, in the reflection of the pool, you see one shooting star.
Do you think that's his wish?
I mean, I think so.
I look back at Alton. Did he get bigger?
Nope. Still
Maybe
feels
one-
nice and warm and fuzzy, though.
One of you should try.
Okay. I'm gonna change my wish. I wish for a 200-foot rope that's 3 threads thick and glows beautifully gold and silver, and it says Alton on it.
And I look in the fountain.
As you make your wish, you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. No rope.
Oh. I think we're missing something.
But then you see shooting star.
I think that was yours.
Okay,
I mean,
you try.
I don't see a rope anywhere, but okay. And she sits down on the ground and looks into the water and just won't look up and kind of like doesn't want to make eye contact with like either of her friends because she's almost worried that if neither of their wishes immediately came true and she's about to say what she's about to say and it doesn't come true, that maybe that I don't know, just maybe she's like failing her friends in a way. So she sits on the ground and stares in the water. I'm not really good at short explanations. But I'll try to make it really fast. So my best friends are my best friends in the whole world, and they always have been. And when anybody looked at me and said that I was too much, the two of them thought I was perfect. And I don't need anything more than that. So my wish is that these two get everything they could ever want in life. That they find happiness and love and 200-foot ropes and all the flowers in the world that glow, and that they're just happy. That's all I want.
You feel this warm glow inside of you. It just fills your whole body. And as you sit there and look into the water, one shooting star.
I'm glad I didn't have to wish to bring both of you back to
Another
life.
shooting
'Cause that would have
star.
been very disappointing.
Another shooting star.
Guys,
Another shooting stars.
lots of
there's
these.
lots.
More shooting stars. And as you look up, there's a meteor shower.
Wow.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah. I think the fountain heard us.
I look back at Alton.
Not yet. Nothing changed.
Make sure you tell me when it happens, because I don't think I'll know.
We
I
will.
will, We will.
My-
Because
my
you'll be
shoes might
taller
a bit
than
too
us.
small.
Yeah, I was about to say you'll be taller than me. You'll have to look
Yeah.
down instead of look up.
I love how small everybody is. Oh my god. Y'all are sweet babies, protect at all costs. Oh my god. All right. Anyway, so after a moment, the stars finally settle down. The water begins to drain out of the pool.
Oh. You know,
And-
sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Maybe it's not about making wishes and just, like Tatum said, just having people take adventures together and experiencing experiences with one another. Maybe it's not about the wishes.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
this is
nobody I'd
beautiful.
rather. Oh yeah, there's nobody I'd rather do this with than you two.
Yeah, I agree.
And she holds both of their hands.
You hear from the curtain of vines. Was it everything you wished for? And you see
Yes.
Tatum there.
It's everything I could have ever wanted.
Me too.
I'd still like to have all of this, but also to be big and have claws and lava breath. But this is next best thing.
He just kind of nods a bit and goes, "Wouldn't we all?"
I mean,
It's
lava
living
breath
the
would be
dream.
really cool.
Mhm.
But you're missing out on a party, aren't you, in the village? Yes.
Oh, yes, the party. Oh, we were decorating.
It's all right. They probably decorated more than enough, but I don't want you to miss out on it. It sounds like a good time. So allow me to assist you. And once again, thank you for coming to see the Crystal Fountain. It's adventurers like you that keep it working, and I do appreciate it very much. And as he just nods towards you, you feel that warmth just build, and then everything just goes white for you all. And as you blink, you're back in the village. You're still holding the flowers up.
Oh. Alton? Does he look big?
Yeah.
Alton.
How big?
I mean, you'd have to grab a ruler, I think. A few rulers to really double check that, but you're 5 foot.
Alton.
And as you notice you're holding the flowers, you also notice on your arm
Mhm.
is the rope you asked for.
Alton, hold the ladder. I'm coming down. She's gonna come down.
Somebody took the ladder out of my bag.
Then she kind of just looks at you a little bit like, you're taller.
And Zion just like rushes up, and she still has the basket of flowers. And goes, Alton, you're taller than me.
Yes,
And look,
I'm very impressive.
look. And then she takes
My rope.
a rope.
I mean, your wish rope.
Yeah.
Well, it's your rope.
Makes
It's got
me
your name
feel
on
bad
it.
that I've taken 2 wishes.
No, you're
Well,
fine.
I suppose
It's-
2.5 if your wish
No.
came true as well. Though your wish obviously didn't come true because I'm not 200 feet tall with claws and lava breath.
Rude. How rude was that wishing well? Am I right, guys, or am I right?
Yeah.
That would have
Alton,
been everything I ever wanted, but I suppose.
I assume that you probably have a shop here where you sell your maps.
I imagine so.
Is if as you look at everything that's going on, your shop lights are on, and there's a line going all the way down it.
Wow.
They're all waiting to go buy some maps from you.
I think I'd better go behind the counter. I'll be able to see over it now.
Nefeli, as you are holding this rope and the basket of flowers, a few other individuals come over and they go, "Oh, Nefeli, you're doing such a wonderful job. Can I help you in any way?"
Oh, of course. You're not afraid to talk to me?
Why would I be afraid to talk to you? You're such a delight.
I just look at Zion like,
Okay, yeah, you can help me.
Yeah,
Of
absolutely.
course.
You have the best knowledge on all this.
Okay, here, take this basket of flowers and start decorating that wooden pole right over there. And I'll be right there.
They just nod towards you and they start talking amongst themselves as they both take a basket of flowers and start walking in that direction.
Zion, I think the wishes are working.
I think so. I mean, all of a sudden, Alton is taller than us, and everybody wants to buy his maps, and everybody knows how amazing you are at what you do.
Oh.
And of course, the rope.
Yeah, the rope is very important.
I'm really glad all our wishes came true.
Me too. I mean, I'm kind of glad that the lava breath didn't come true because that's a bit scary.
Yeah, me too. I was a little
Alton
scared
could
when
hear
he went
you
with
now.
that
How
one.
dare!
That and the claws. I was a little worried when he started in on all that.
I know.
But I'm glad we circled back to that one before he finished.
I agree. Otherwise, we would have to write him in the monster textbook.
Yeah.
He would be added in.
And he probably wouldn't be able to carry around a lot of his stuff anymore because he'd just be like way too big for his bag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We did a good thing.
We did a good thing there.
Yeah.
That was the right decision.
Mhm.
Hear from a little bit further. Nefeli,
Yes.
help! And you see there's a member that's kind of tangled up in some of the
Oh.
rope that they're trying to
Oh.
put flowers up.
She'll say, Zion, I'll see you in just a bit. And she'll just run over
Yeah.
to go help.
Scion, as your friend rushes to the assistant, and you see Alton, of course, excitedly selling maps and making a good profit.
I can
Everyone-
reach this map on the middle shelf.
Let me get that for you. As he's looking very excited about how he's got a new, grasp on life. You feel something just kind of into your pocket.
I pull out whatever it was.
You see a blue satchel with blue iridescent stars that are kind of lighting it. So they kind of look invisible until in a certain light these kind of glow a little bit in that starlight. And as you open that pouch, you see a little tiny seed and a chunk of the crystal fountain with a note.
Okay.
The note reads, "You all did so wonderfully. I'm so glad you enjoyed your journey. I hope you'll continue making them. Maybe I'll see you again soon. Signed, Asteria." And that's where we're going to end the session.
Aww.
I loved that so much.
Thank you to you. Oh, well, you all did so wonderfully. Oh my
Yay.
gosh.
Look at you, Hannah.
It was
Yes,
so fun.
good job.
The road rose to meet all of you. You all did wonderfully.
Yay, thanks,
Yay! Thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us. This is The Road That Rises, a beautiful TTRPG by the lovely Pixel, who we should cheer for. Yeah!
Yay!
Pixel!
you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for letting me run your amazing game. I'm super excited. It was so much fun. I want to play it again over and over and over and over.
All
and
the
over.
time. Let's
Oh.
go.
I just need to make more more creatures and magical beings in this thing, and the creative juices they flowing. But if you want to go get it, you can go get it. I think that there's information coming up. Yep, right there. There's a link.
In the chat.
Go click that link in the chat. Go pick up the game. Give it a try for yourself. It's a lot of fun. It's good for any kind of setting, and it's really easy to learn and understand. And it can make beautiful moments like this one. It was so much fun to play. I guess do we do outro introductions and then we call it a day? Is that how this works on this chat? I don't remember. I usually just end it. So we'll do it really quick. Why not? So again, my name is Hina. I am a GM and I've GM'd for 3 years now. I've lost track, so I just keep saying 3 years. But I'm hopelessly addicted to tabletop, and I'm very thankful I get to share with all of my friends and all of you. And if you want to see more of my stuff, you can go check me out on twitch.tv/GMHina. There's also my link tree in there, and I'm working on some other creative endeavors in tabletop. I found a passion within tabletop, and I'm definitely wanting to do more and more things. So hopefully you can come check me out. That would be great. I'd love to make friends with you. I like being friends. Huh. All right. I guess we should go in the same order we introduced ourselves in. So if we could move to Diana.
Yes. Hi, friends. I'm Diana Restrepo. You can find me on the Twitter and Instagram at DianaRest3. You can also find me on the Norse Foundry channel on Monday nights on Alien Connection show, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find me on the DAT Network. Some new shows are coming up. The Siren Song will be coming back at Sundays, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. One of my favorite shows right now. And then every now and then you'll find me on the Paizo channel or here. So yeah. And then just follow my socials and I'll let you know what's going on.
All right, continuing around, let's go to Jack.
Cool. I'm Jack. I'm a creator and GM of the True RPG podcast, and a fairly new podcast I've been making. You can find basically anywhere you do podcasts, Spotify, Apple, wherever. I'm pretty sure maybe one or two that I haven't registered for yet, but most of them are there. You can also find me on Twitter at Jack_True, or you can find us you can find clips on TikTok at the True RPG podcast. On TikTok. Thanks to everyone for playing. Thanks to the wonderful GM. Thank you to the game maker and to Ladies of D&D for hosting.
Yes.
And for letting us play
Y'all
this
are
game.
wonderful, and I love
Yes.
Playing new
Last
games, meeting new people. It's a great game.
you. Last but certainly not least, we have Mallory.
Aw. Hi, y'all. My name is Mallory Mize. I am a co-founder, a GM, a player, an artist, everything over at Homebrews and Homebodies here on Twitch. I also make art for other TTRPG stuff. I also create TTRPG content. I created Memory Lane, which is a thing that will be published at like the end of February-ish. So every Monday you can catch me GMing Everyone's Forgotten, which is Memory Lane game over on Homebrews and Homebodies. And on Thursdays you can catch me playing an assassin in Descent and Avernus, also on Homebrews and Homebodies. I am back here tomorrow with Hina. We're playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and I'm so freaking excited. And
So
then
excited.
I'm going to be back on Ladies of D&D in January-ish for a project that I don't think Jenna said anything about yet, so I won't say what it's called. But I get to come back here and do that, which is going to be so exciting.
Secrets?
Yeah, secrets. Who would have known?
Oh my god.
And sometimes you can find me on other people's channels. I don't know. If you want to see where I am, it's always on Twitter. You can find me anywhere across the internet at Moxie Blue, MOXXIEBLUE. That's about all I do. It's not much, but I'm just here.
It's a lot. You're amazing. Stop playing yourself. You're fantastic. Y'all are beautiful. Watching you. Anyway, thank you guys so much for playing with me. I hope you enjoyed my Ghibli inspired
Yes, thank you so much.
adventure.
Thanks for running.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us in the chat. We know it's quite late for some of you, and I know it's quite late for some other players. So I don't
It's
want
early
to
now.
too much longer. I want them to enjoy a nice, peaceful night's sleep where they can dream of leaflets dancing in colorful, bright lights.
Yes.
So I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna let everything kind of wrap up. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you very much, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Thirsty Sword Lesbians. That's for my time. It's 4 p.m. Pacific.
Yes, 7
That's
on
7
the East Coast.
7 Eastern, and you can find all that information over with Ladies of D&D. They'll probably put announcements everywhere once it's getting closer to that time. So we'll see you all later, hopefully. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.